This video is sponsored by HelloFresh. Stay tuned to find out more.
One of the great points of a timeline of being a Power Rangers fan is like that end of the year or beginning where everyone's like, I wonder what Super Sentai they're going to be adapting next. Ever since Power Rangers Megaforce did like a split thing and did half of their season as one Sentai and half as another, and we're like behind Sentai and Saban's like picking and choosing, it's always a big debate as to like what's next. People always love talking about Toqger or Q Ranger, and especially the series of today's topic, Zyuohger. Despite Dobutsu Sentai Zyuohger not becoming an official Power Ranger season, this animal season has had a lasting impact on both Super Sentai fans and Power Ranger fans worldwide, as many fans continue to hope for a future adaptation, with Zyuohger remaining a popular topic of speculation and discussion within the fandom. But why has it never become a Power Ranger season? Hey, what's up everybody, it's Este here, and today we're talking about the rejected animal team of Power Rangers, the Zyuohgers. This has been a fan favorite Sentai for many years now. I've even seen a few episodes myself, and you can definitely tell how this show really does stuff differently than Power Rangers. That's probably why it's never became a Power Ranger season.
Stop right there though, because before we move on, let's talk about today's sponsor, HelloFresh. After a long day of making music and videos, my band and I are hungry. And as we're just three amateur dudes in the kitchen, a recipe for a disaster, HelloFresh's fun and clear instructions makes it easier than on paper. And this food won't go to waste either, as HelloFresh's pre-portioned ingredients cut down food waste by at least 23% compared to grocery shopping, which is great for our planet and my wallet. And the best part is that these are fresh ingredients too.
Smelling good.
Peak ripeness for quality you can really taste, with them traveling from the farm to your home in less than 7 days for maximum freshness. To get a special discount and also support the channel, click the first link in the description down below, or just scanning the QR code you see on your screen. Or you can whip out your phone and go to hellofresh.com and use code POGHF113035 to start your new fresh journey today with HelloFresh. Back to me.
Dobutsu Sentai Zyuohger, which translates into Animal Squadron Beast King Ranger, was the 40th installment of the Super Sentai series, airing 48 episodes in Japan from 2016 into 2017. And the show actually had an intriguing premise, which was based off the fact that there are over 8 million species with only 1.7 million discovered. A rookie zoologist named Yamato Kazakiri gets lost on an Earth-based realm called Jewland. And in this new land, he encounters 4 Jewmen, which were anthropomorphic, intelligent animals. Kind of like in the style of Doggy Kruger from SPD or that bird thing from Dino Charge, it's a talking human animal thing. In the meantime, Genies, the mastermind behind the terrible blood game, and his space outlaw organization, devotee, are attacking the human world. The devotee dispatch creatures to assault Earth from their ship, the Sagittari Ark. You can probably see where the story is going to from here. These 5 people, 4 animal, 1 human, awaken their instincts and being proud Earthlings to become the Zyuohger, Defenders of Earth, which I'm pretty sure that's already been used in Power Rangers.
Defenders of Earth!
And together with their king's credentials in hand, they defend land, air, sky, sea, whatever. I just noticed air and sky are the same thing.
You stupid.
The strongest animal teams of Super Sentai history is born. The dream team of animal monarchs. What? But also I really wanted to mention the fact that, are they really the strongest Super Sentai? I feel like every Super Sentai team that comes after is always considered the strongest because they're new. It's like the new iPhone. Is it really the best iPhone? Really, it's the iPhone 6. Just saying. Maybe 6S. It also reminds me of like the MCU. Every new character in any show is like, this is the strongest MCU character ever. And it's just some doo-doo garbage that will get replaced like in 2 months. So yeah, generally speaking, we have animals that become humans and then become rangers. What a transformation. But the show was loved by the fans out there rocking with these animal aesthetics. They do have cool clothes, I will say. Comment question of the day: how would your Zyuohger adaptation look? Personally, Wild Force sequel, Jungle Fury sequel, put them both. Leave the comment down below and leave a like to lock in your answer. 1,500 likes and I'll do more videos just like this. As 2016 and then 2017 came around, that's when discussions really started as, what would happen if this became a Power Ranger season? We were trying to look at like the levels of adaptation and see what they could take and pull into becoming, you know, its own season, its own original idea. But in late 2016, we saw like the official numbers of Zyuohger. And what I mean by that is the viewer rating. So even though Zyuohger was pretty liked by the fans, it had a 3.6% in viewership, making it the lowest in Super Sentai history. So fans saw that and was like, oof, I know Haim Saban, the man of money, is not gonna like this. But early on in 2017, we had the annual toy fair, which is where all the toy companies come out and show their toys. And we had the news site Power Rangers Now go talk to Bandai America, and they didn't really give us good news. At this point, 2017, Power Rangers Ninja Steel is just starting. The Power Rangers movie is going to come out, and everyone's thinking about, oh, with the name of Power Rangers being out in the public yet again, the big next season that's going to take on this new identity. What's it going to be? Is it Zyuohger? Which, by the way, at that point, they had already skipped Toqger, the other fan-loved Super Sentai season. I made a video about that. This is the sequel video. But look, the question was, have you ever taken a look at Q Ranger or Zyuohger for Power Rangers 2019? As Q Ranger was just airing, it was a new option. It says here that the Bandai of America representative said that we're still awaiting a final decision, but the cubes from Zyuohger won't be workable. Shut down. Shut it all off. Video's over. That was pretty quick. Movie ain't even come out yet. Season ain't even aired, and oh, Zyuohger, get it out of here. You know what's really funny though is that because of this, people thought Q Ranger was gonna be adapted for Power Rangers 2019. Look where that got him. So now rumors began that series runner Judd Lin, little old Chip Lin, Chippy boy, was gonna skip Zyuohger for a Q Ranger adaptation. The reasons were never publicly said by Saban because why would they say this? But the fans have speculated these reasons. One, because that Q Ranger is space-based. People are gonna love it more. I guess that kind of works when you look at Beast Morphers, even though it's more tech-based. If anything, kind of in the same area, sci-fi. And you know, they just had a dinosaur season and a ninja season. Something more techy out there, extraterrestrial, would have been really good for Power Rangers. I guess animals don't work, because animals can't be aliens. Look at Doggy Kruger, he's all scaly. And also, apparently, Saban was a creative consultant for the story of Q Ranger. I don't know what that would have to do with anything. I don't know why Super Sentai would care about stuff that Power Rangers does. I know this for a fact, though, that Bandai of America did have some part in making some figures for Ninja. They had like the actual action hero series that Bandai did. They did that over in Japan for Ninja. And those series were then bought to America as Power Rangers. So it was said that Bandai of America was also consulted about the suits for Q Ranger. But obviously, this Q Ranger still didn't happen until Cosmic Fury, where just Megazord footage was adapted. You know what hasn't been forgotten by Power Rangers? The E-Squad. I love you to death. Subscribe and ring notification bell to join the E-Squad today, the best Power Rangers fan base ever, and leave a comment, the E-Squad comment of the day. Put the E-Squad in it. Might be in the next video. Of course. 100%. 200. 1,000. Common Rider 1,000. I gotta write these jokes. So as Band of America helped out with Ninja, people thought, oh, since they're helping out with Q Ranger, we're gonna have that as the next season. Well, fans quickly lost faith in Zyuohger pretty quickly, but we still had like a year to talk about it, what would happen next. And we can still look at Zyuohger, and there would be a lot of cool stuff to see in the Power Rangers aspect. Like, the show looks pretty great, aesthetically speaking. The Red Ranger had a cool gorilla form, R.I.P. Harambe, I guess, but he looked sick. Also, whale form. Didn't think Whale Ranger would happen. Yeah, remember when RPM had the Whale Zord but no Whale Ranger? Also, the show is being used for a 40th anniversary for Super Sentai, having its own crossover episode with the 35th anniversary team, the Gokaigers, which, I don't know, seeing Power Rangers Animal Force crossing over with the Power Rangers Super Mega Force would have been cool, I guess. I love Ranger Keys. Josh does more. I remember they also had like a separate web crossover event with a bunch of other Rangers too. Would have been cool. I just love crossovers, okay? I guess that's why people love multiverse stuff. The Sixth Ranger also straight up had like 3 forms in its main suit: Crocodile, Rhino, and Wolf. Gas. They even had an Orange Ranger in there, Double Gas. Thinking about it, this show could have easily become like a Power Rangers Wild Force spiritual sequel, by the way. Or actual sequel. They would have had these animal universes with actual speaking animals, as we've seen again and again in Power Rangers, so having a world full of them would be cool. Or if the budget doesn't work like that, we can just see 4 and put a mustache on and be like, oh, that's their dad. Also, the show had a very bad dark story with the 6th Ranger. Apparently, remember those 3 forms talked about 30 seconds ago? 3 Jew men died for that. But if Power Rangers RPM taught us anything, is that they can make anything with googly eyes become a dark apocalyptic show. So Zyuohger could have been anything. But what was stopping Saban from doing that? What is it about the cubes, man? Well, if the King's Credential was any clue, there's a lot of cubes in this show. Minecraft, Roblox.
Life, there's Roblox.
Similar to the problem with Toqger, this Power Rangers team could have been just considered too childish to become a Power Ranger show. And maybe it wasn't necessarily Power Rangers-like to begin with. But Este, Power Rangers is Super Sentai, and Power Rangers is for kids. Yeah, that's true. But I feel like Power Rangers like tries to be just like a little edgy, like TVY7FV. But also, like, have you ever read vibes before? Like, have you like analyzed the vibes of a show? Like, Power Rangers just has that vibe that Zyuohger don't have. Like, look at all these cubes, man. It's ridiculous. Like, even though personally speaking, like, these Zords are neat, and seeing them come together and actually pretty amusing, like these Megazord combinations, like literally building blocks on top of each other. But yeah, I think I just said the reason, because people see cubes on top of each other in a Megazord formation, like, oh, building blocks. This is for toddlers. I'm not a baby. I'm 7 years old. As we know in Power Rangers history, certain seasons might be changed a little bit because of like cultural differences, character arcs, or even giant mecha cube battles. Adapting Zyuohger would have probably had some big production issues that Saban probably didn't want to tap into. And of course, I have to mention this even though I said it was a joke, Minecraft. Minecraft is a thing, was a thing. I started this channel making Minecraft videos. So imagine seeing a Zyuohger Power Rangers adaptation around the time of Minecraft's peak popularity could have been pretty big for Saban, especially when you think of alternate words, as well as cube robots and animal humans. Like zombie pigmen? That would have been cool in Zyuohger. But like Minecraft's popularity, it's definitely been a roller coaster up and down. It would have been a big gamble and just a trend hopping thing, which Power Rangers has never dabbled in trends before. Oh. Minecraft aside though, fun fact, Zyuohger actually did kind of become a Power Rangers season though. I do have to talk about that. In Korea, dubbed as Power Rangers Animal Force. And funny thing to enough, they had the main actor who did Duo Eagle come over to Korea to film this season finale because the Animal Force show was after Dino Charge Brave, a sequel to Kyryuger, which became Dino Charge. Dinosaurs are popular. They had this dude pull up to the show and basically mouth his lines in Korean.
우린 파워레인저 애니멀 포스야.
Also, the show was then put into Japanese as Kyryuger Brave, and then the dude was just speaking Japanese. Fun fact of the day. But back to the topic at hand. Zyuohger, Minecraft, ratings were low, toys were low, cubes, building blocks, it wasn't gonna work out. The relationship wasn't real. This was a situationship at most. Like, look at these comparisons here. Zyuohger, in general, was just only a little bit stronger than Ninja, which Ninja wasn't good for toy sales at all. Ninja Steel, all those Ninja Ranger stars that got canceled and didn't come out, and they were all pretty bad too. They were just foam. Ew. L. But yo, Q Ranger, look at that. 9.3 million. Still never became a Power Ranger show. But even then, like, blocks. It's not here to put that in a morpher. The block is the morpher. There's no collectible gimmick. We've been doing that since Mega Force. It wouldn't have made sense. Cards, Ranger Keys, Dino Chargers, Ninja Stars. Not cubes. The cube morpher Geo Changer? Boring. Just a chunky phone. 6 Rangers, a flashlight morpher. Boring. Who cares about flashlights? Not kids, unless you're in a hurricane. Like, come on, we had sword morphers, blaster morphers, wrist morphers. They could have changed it, of course, for Power Rangers, but like didn't with Ninja Steel. We didn't get a burger morpher. Like, there probably would have been much of toys. The Zords would have been pretty much the releases that we saw those years. And for 2 years, doing that for 2 years could have really hurt Power Rangers. If they would have just had the collectible Zords, Zords are more expensive than little plastic pieces of toy. It's just straight up not viable no matter the amount of combinations that you can do. Even though an Ultra Zord can look cool. The rest of the arsenal is just straight up cube based too. There's too many cubes. 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 Just by my opinion, and probably Saban, I'm Saban, God, this wouldn't have worked. Beast Morphers, Hasbro's soft reboot of the Power Rangers, even had its own collectible gimmick. Those little keys that you put in the Morpher that they didn't have in Japan at all. And that's the thing, right? Zyuohger and Q Ranger were skipped for a Go Busters adaptation, and since that happened, you can never really predict what happens with Power Rangers. If Saban wanted to continue the show themselves, even with all those failures, what would have happened? A Q Ranger adaptation with Zyuohger elements? We have some of that in Ninja's adaptation Ninja Steel, as they had, you know, stuff from Toqger in it, and they still pull stuff from Toqger in Power Rangers. But sadly, these questions will not be answered, and this Power Rangers animal force that's in your head is just straight up not real. Unless you're Mr. Winnie Productions, you can imagine a team that you made up yourself. Zyuohger has sadly been forgotten by Power Rangers. And at the end of the day, the show and all its uniqueness will stay locked in the Power Rangers waiting room forever. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you guys really enjoyed it. Zyuohger, that's crazy. I would have loved to see some animal cubes. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter, Fuego. I'm also on Instagram, Fuego. Have a good morning, evening, afternoon, wherever you're at. And of course, as always, stay awesome, everybody.